What's your "I didn't start it, but I definitely finished it" moment? My coworker tried to get me fired by sabotaging my work, but she never expected my boyfriend's job would destroy her. Jessica started at our marketing firm 3 months after me. Sweet girl, always asking for help with projects, bringing coffee for everyone. I actually liked her at first. Things changed when our boss announced one of us would get promoted to team lead. Suddenly, Jessica wasn't so friendly anymore. It started small. Files I'd saved would mysteriously disappear from the shared drive. Emails I'd sent to clients would somehow get deleted from my sent folder. Then it escalated. I'd come in to find my presentations completely reformatted with wrong fonts and broken images. Client contact info would be changed in our database, making me look incompetent when I called wrong numbers. When I mentioned these issues to my supervisor, Jessica would be right there with helpful suggestions. Maybe Sarah should double check her work more carefully. These mistakes are really concerning. I tried everything. Changed my passwords, saved backup files, even worked late to redo corrupted presentations. But the sabotage continued. The breaking point came when I lost the Henderson account, a $50,000 client I'd been courting for 2 months. I'd prepared this perfect pitch presentation, spent weeks on market research, custom graphics, the whole thing. The morning of the meeting, I opened my laptop to find every slide blank, just empty templates. The client presentation was in 2 hours. I frantically tried to recover the files, but they were completely gone, not even in my recycle bin. Jessica sat at her desk, typing innocently while I had a panic attack. "Oh no, Sarah, that's terrible. Did you forget to save your work?" I had to go into that meeting with basically nothing. The client was confused and unimpressed. We lost the account that afternoon. My boss called me into his office. "Sarah, this is the 3rd major mistake this month. I'm putting you on probation." That night I broke down crying to my boyfriend Mark. He's in IT security for a major bank and he was furious. "Someone's definitely messing with your files. This isn't random computer glitches." Mark offered to help investigate, but I said no. I didn't want to make things worse, but Mark had already started digging. See, our company uses the same cloud security system as his bank, and Mark has access to detailed user logs that show exactly who accessed what files and when. 2 days later, Mark called me with proof. "Sarah, Jessica has been logging into your accounts almost daily for the past month. She's been deleting files, changing presentations, even reading your private emails." He'd printed out pages of evidence, timestamps, IP addresses, specific file access records. It was all there. But it got worse. Mark had also checked Jessica's social media. Turns out she'd been posting screenshots of my work to her Instagram story, mocking my mistakes to her friends. One post showed my corrupted Henderson presentation with the caption, "When your coworker is too dumb to save her files." Another showed a photo she'd taken of me crying at my desk with, "Some people just can't handle pressure at work." I wanted to march straight to HR, but Mark stopped me. "Wait, let me check one more thing." Mark ran Jessica's work email through his security system. What he found was devastating. Jessica had been forwarding confidential client information to her personal Gmail account. Contract details, pricing strategies, even private conversations between our executives. This wasn't just workplace harassment, this was corporate espionage. Mark presented everything to his boss at the bank, who immediately contacted our company's legal department. Turns out Jessica's Gmail account had been compromised by hackers 6 months ago, and she'd unknowingly been feeding sensitive business information to cyber criminals. The FBI got involved. Our entire client database had been exposed. Monday morning, I watched Jessica get escorted out in handcuffs. Federal agents seized her computer, her phone, everything. She looked at me as they led her past my desk, tears streaming down her face. "Sarah, I never meant for this to happen. I just wanted the promotion." 3 weeks later, I got promoted to team lead. Jessica's facing federal charges for corporate espionage and identity theft. The company had to pay millions in legal fees and client settlements because of the data breach Jessica caused. But here's the kicker. Mark's security investigation revealed Jessica had been targeting other companies too. This was her pattern. Get hired, sabotage coworkers, steal information, move on. She'd done this at 4 different firms in 2 years. The FBI called it one of the most sophisticated insider threat cases they'd seen. Jessica thought she was just playing office politics. Instead, she accidentally became a federal criminal. Now I run security training for our whole company. And Mark? He got a promotion too for uncovering the breach. Sometimes the best revenge is just letting criminals reveal themselves.